Today I'm announcing that New Zealand will ban all military-style semi-automatic weapons. We will also ban all assault rifles. We will ban all high-capacity magazines.
6 days after 50 people, including children, were murdered as they attended service in 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand, their leader has taken action on guns. It's been 2,288 days since children were gunned down at Sandy Hook Elementary School, 1,012 days since the Pulse nightclub massacre, 536 days since the Las Vegas mass shooting, and 501 days since the Sutherland Springs church shooting. 160 people dead in just those shootings, all from semi-automatic weapons. No action by our government. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has shown actual leadership and empathy in the wake of her country's horrific massacre, banning all military-style semi-automatic weapons and introducing a gun buyback plan. And there was truly political risk involved, because while the behemoth that is the NRA doesn't exist in New Zealand, guns still have political power behind them there. New Zealand and the United States are both among the only nations without universal gun registration rules, and both have strong gun lobbies that have stalled previous attempts to rein in gun owners' liberties. In New Zealand, the gun lobby dictates policy to the government. Philip Alpers, founding director of gun legislation research tool gunpolicy.org, told Australia's ABC last week. They are listened to far too acutely by the government, and they have managed to water down every single attempt at improving the gun laws. The gun lobby is directly responsible for having defeated the amendments that could have prevented this crime. And while Ardern is less likely to get tied up in court for her actions because New Zealand doesn't have the Second Amendment, the United States needs to take a lesson from her leadership, because this is how you act in the face of this kind of tragedy where there is a legislative solution, not like this.
Well, it's a mental health problem. He is a very sick puppy.
I think I really believe I'd run in there even if I didn't have a weapon.
2 are killed as of now, and I guess there's one that's on the loose or they're having a fight.
I funded a lot of money toward mental health for that reason, and we're continuing to do it, and we continue to look at the laws.
Mental health, mental health, mental health, mental health, as if we are the only nation in the world with mental health problems. We are not, clearly. But what we are is the only developed nation in the world with this high of a rate of gun violence, with 6 times as many gun homicides per capita as Canada and nearly 16 times as many as Germany. America has 4.4% of the world's population, but nearly half of the civilian-owned guns in the world. And while overall crime rates are pretty similar when you go developed country by developed country, the United States stands alone in terms of gun-related deaths because, as I said before, we have nearly half the world's civilian-owned guns. This conversation is over. The data is obvious. Cigarettes cause lung cancer, human activity causes climate change, gravity exists, and more guns cause more gun violence. Jacinda Ardern has seen that reality, and instead of gaslighting her country by pretending these obvious facts are not facts at all, instead of metaphorically spitting in the victims' families' faces by absolutely doing nothing, she's decided to do something that the gun lobby won't like, but that is the right thing to do. It's embarrassing that we've, one, allowed corruption to run so rampant in our country that we're unable to do what Ardern did, and 2, that we have so few politicians that have the political courage to do what she did. I guess that's what happens when you have a campaign finance system that incentivizes deference to corporations and moneyed interests at every turn, including guns.